It's no accident that sounds like you're leveling up in a video game. 48% of 18 to 29-year-olds have an online dating profile.
Make them work for it.
45% of people say they're more frustrated with this form of dating than hopeful.
There are so many people you can connect with.
Should I swipe right?
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong. Setting the record straight on dating apps. Everyday people telling everyday stories of the swipe right world with your host, Koss.
Well, I know he had a good time.
So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, you guys know how it goes. Good night. Welcome to the Swipe Wrong podcast. I am your host. I am that guy. I am Koss. We're the number one podcast amongst people who believe the earth is flat. Thank you, Kyrie Irving, for that. We appreciate that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the first part of this. We've done this a couple of times now, kind of shortening the episodes when we have a good long conversation. So that way it keeps everybody's attention and everybody's into it. We're going to do that here. Here is part 2 from what you guys picked up last week. Quick bit of housekeeping. Just make sure that you guys like, follow, subscribe, tell your friends, let them all know what's going on. That you're enjoying the show. You can catch all the feeds because we're going to have a kind of a fun feed coming up in the next couple of weeks on the YouTube channel. So if you want to see all the video, you can catch it out there. Make sure that you just tell everybody about us. And if you have a spot that you want to share, you want to talk about your dating experiences, 317-426-6616 or email us at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. Lots of content on the YouTube channel. You totally got to check that out. Don't forget to get on to Amazon and check out the Musician's Playbook written by the great and powerful Jay. So you guys can take a look at that too. But I will shut up. I will let you get into part 2 of last week's episode. So you know how it is. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, enjoy, grab your popcorn. Get it buttered if you want to get it buttered. And if you're in traffic, please don't hit that person next to you. And enjoy Road Trippin' Part 2.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions or any entities they represent. This podcast is about dating experiences. It is not to say one dating app is better or worse than another.
So when you log into the app, I know you're not using it now, really. You're just kind of rolling, dating in the wild, which I think is more fun anyway. But when you logged in, how many likes would you have? Was it like maxed out? I mean, you log in and just go through like 100 likes just waiting for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And lots of those priority messages.
How do you mean?
So with Tinder, you have to match before you can message.
Right.
But certain, like the VIP members, they can message you. It's called like a priority message.
Okay.
And so you get sent a message even though you've never seen their profile or have matched with them. So they can send you these priority matches.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't been on Tinder in a long time. I didn't know it was that way. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you bypass, and then you can do. So say I live here in Oregon, but I can. And this is with paid. It's the paid membership.
Yeah, sure.
It's not the freebies.
Okay.
So you can change your city of destination. So say I'm going to be in Florida next week and I need to have some dates lined up. I can put that as my not destination, but where I'm at. And then I can see all the people in that area, so I can get like some dates lined up and some fun times planned.
You got travel plans,
so that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice too.
Yeah, for sure. Sure, that does help out.
Yeah.
So tell me about, if you can think of it, your worst dating experience. Whether it be online or not, doesn't matter. I know it's all swipe wrong, but your worst dating experience where you're just like, holy fuck.
Oh gosh, let me think. Hmm.
Unless they've all been good, which that's a good thing too.
I mean, I haven't had too many like bad ones.
That's good.
I'm pretty I can talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And it's like you can get through it. I definitely have gone on a lot of first dates and did not want a second date.
For sure.
Um,
For sure. For
but was
sure.
the date horrible? No, but I just didn't want to go out with them again. It
Yeah,
wasn't
sure.
what I was looking for.
Didn't
They're
vibe.
not, the vibes weren't there.
Yeah, sure.
Um, Oh, I went out with this guy once, and he looked like Denzel Washington.
Okay.
And he was a weed farmer. This is my geographical area.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
okay. Yeah.
weed farmers.
Yeah.
Beards and weed farmers.
Sure.
So can't stay home forever. But like, he was very beautiful looking, but he just smelled really bad. Like
Oh
I just
no.
couldn't get into it.
Oh
Like,
no.
and it wasn't even like a pheromone or it was just a very off-putting smell. I just remember it. And then he did speak any English, which I mean, it's fine. I speak some Spanish. We could
Yeah.
we could make it work. But like it was, yeah, I think I said, we met like at a park for a picnic, and I told him to bring like his favorite bottle of wine, and
Okay.
I'm a big wine person.
Okay.
Well, and he might as well have brought like the two-buck chuck from Trader Joe's, like,
He
and
shows
I
up with a
remember
box of
asking him,
wine.
I remember asking, I'm like, this is your favorite wine? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, wait, like like bottom shelf. Like I couldn't even drink it. I'm like, you're going on a date and you
Yes.
brought like the $5.99 bottle of Barefoot. Like,
That's the in life equivalent of I don't even know what I'm doing here, isn't it? Like on the apps when we were talking
yeah,
about the profiles. That's
yeah,
the in
like
life
I'm
version.
just showing up. Yeah, I was
Right.
just like, no, no, you just stopped at a gas station and grabbed the cheapest bottle you could find on your way over here. No,
Oh,
no,
how
a new
romantic.
smell. Yeah, it's like this is gross and new smell. Like it
Oh,
was.
that sucks. Two strikes, he's
Yeah,
gone within
yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah.
So that's like
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But honestly, I've met a lot of really cool people
I bet. I bet.
on on it. And even some guys I'm still friends with. Like
Yeah.
we still talk. They've gone on and, have serious relationships and stuff, but they're just really cool guys.
Yeah.
And we connected, but you know, um we live in all different cities because
Sure.
that's the beauty, and I travel a lot too, and so it's
Sure.
like, okay, well, I'm in Chicago this weekend, but then next week I'm in Seattle, and then this week I'm
Nice.
here, and
Nice.
but just super cool people. And so I think, if you based on your intention of what you want and what you want to get out of it, you will get that. There's something
Yeah.
for everyone. It's a candy shop.
It absolutely is a candy shop.
There
Absolutely.
is everything you can think of, especially when you drive cross country, you will see every version of
I can't imagine some
of
of the
every
profiles you
of every
saw.
little sweet that you want
Oh God. You must
and
have
you
saw
don't
some
want.
fucked up profiles.
Oh yeah, they're nasty, nasty.
Yeah. 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 And just some of the things
But
that they
also some
say.
very beautiful ones too. And
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
thing too. Like I still feel like, and some people still have this stigma towards the online dating and the apps. But I've
Yeah.
met CEOs of huge corporations. Like
Yeah.
we're all just looking for a connection.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what you said earlier, I think that I don't think that gets enough talked about. Is I've met a lot of people who have become really good friends and like never hooked up, never anything. Just, we had a good time. Just maybe didn't vibe, but man, connected like just as a friendship level. And I can say like talk to him like some one I go to lunch with almost every week, and she tells me about her relationship and tell her about what's going on in my world, and it's just become one of my closest friends. And I think that gets lost in all of this, how cool that part of it is.
Yeah, I agree because I think we have this back of the mind that okay, it's a hookup app. We're here to
Yeah.
like date and hook up.
Hmm.
But really when you travel, like and you know you're going to be somewhere and you can meet someone like you're new to the area. Can
Yeah.
you maybe show me around? Let's go have a drink or something. And there are so many incredible people. They're
Yeah.
not all just horrible out there, even
No.
though, I had my horrible experience with my ex-husband. But
Right. Right.
yeah, you can meet cool people, and I still keep in touch with lots of people that I've met
Yeah.
online, and like you, like they're good friends.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So when you're looking at profiles, other than looks, is there something you look for like that stands out in a profile? Like if we were going back to the, hey, we can do a whole show on writing a profile, what would you say for the guys to write as a pro instead of con? Don't look like a hill jack. I understand that, but
Yeah, I think if you're serious and you want to meet a serious woman, you need to put some thought in your profile. Who are you? I want to see someone who is decisive, who knows why they're on their app. Not that I don't even know why I'm here, but here I am.
right.
I don't want to see that because again, that just shows me that you're a flake, that you are not confident. We want to see confidence, but not a giant ego. So you want the balance. You don't want to
Yeah.
scare us off. And
Right.
so, but I want to see you're confident. I want to see that you are secure with who you are and who you portray to be. I like I'm more interested in clicking if I see travel. Have you traveled anywhere? Have you
Yeah.
lived anywhere? What is your like some of your life experience? Or
Right.
are you still in the same small town in the Ozarks and you've never left, you've never even seen the ocean?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shows me that you're not an adventurous person.
Yeah.
Um, do you Yeah, put some pictures up there. I like to see a picture with I don't know, a goat, probably because I have a picture of me with a goat. And I met a guy who had a picture with a goat, and I thought that was super cute
That's
and
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I will tell you what I don't like seeing.
Okay.
I don't like seeing a guy with um the elk he just shot.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I'm from Oregon though, so and in Missouri I saw a lot of that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't really want to see at one time when I was dating a lot, I had to put a disclaimer on mine because I was getting so overwhelmed with messages and likes and stuff. But I said, I don't want to see dead animals. I don't want to see big trucks. I don't want to see, you know, but I have to remember my demographics and where I'm at. I'm
Right.
in
Right.
Oregon or Missouri. And but yeah, so these are just my preferences. And there are the women who love to see pictures of fish and
I don't understand that either.
deer.
Yeah.
you
When
know,
you put up your disclaimers, did it slow down? Did guys actually even pay attention to that, or was it just
not really.
yeah, that's what I
Not
figured.
really.
I figured they still do it. I,
Yeah.
I so so that's the cons. All right. Those the pros and the cons of what you're looking for in particular. You met your ex-husband on a dating app, or at least on a dating site. What was that, like Plenty of Fish or
Kind
something?
of did. It was. Yes,
Yeah,
it was Plenty
yeah,
of Fish.
sure. That was big for a
Yeah.
while. That was like everyone's go-to spot for sure. And so the first date there must have been okay. Now it didn't end up great, but the first date there, he must have kind of wooed you over, correct?
Oh yeah. No, he
Yeah,
was great. And
sure.
you know, I made the list to the universe.
Uh-huh.
I wrote out exactly what I
No
wanted, you know,
shit.
tall, dark, handsome, divorced dad with boys because I was divorced and I had
Uh-huh.
boys
Uh-huh.
and stuff. And so a week later, I meet this man. He's
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow.
He's you know, he was physically he was what I was looking for.
Okay.
Um, but you know, we decided to just chat for a month or two before we even met because I really wanted to get to know someone.
That's cool.
But I did not know that he was just mirroring me, mirroring my values, mirroring my hobbies,
Oh
mirroring
shit.
what I was looking for. And so he became everything that I was looking
I
for.
guess.
And this is what is the challenging about a disordered personality like narcissism is that
Sure.
they will become who you want them to become. And so you think that you've found your soulmate,
Uh,
especially when you've manifested this person and then they're throwing these words out.
mm,
Soulmate, you're my soulmate. And you know,
sure.
this is why we're all online dating, right? We're all looking
Yeah,
for our soulmate. We're all looking for that one special person.
sure.
And
Sure.
so when you feel like you've met them and it's like everything just clicks,
Sure.
yeah, you feel like you've won the lottery.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And you know, like I wanted to sell everything and go sail around the world on a sailboat. Well, guess what?
Sure.
So did he.
Oh
Nah,
shit.
he does not want to do that.
No. So that's
So, you know,
interesting. I'm
those
sorry.
are,
That fucking sucks. That's interesting.
but you know, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's like people can be whomever they want to be online.
Yeah.
If you know, you definitely have the people who are very true and very honest and very authentic, but then
Right.
you have everything, you have the whole spectrum.
Yeah. 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 Half the people feel like they're on the spectrum. Um,
That's why you
but
have to be clear of what you're
yeah.
looking for, why you're on the dating sites, what you want to get out of it. And then, you know, it's like having goals. You know what your goals are, and you can deviate from the path of getting to your goals, but you never deviate from your goal. And
Yeah.
so, for instance, if you are on the dating site and your goal is to really meet someone authentic and someone you want, then you have to have those goals. And then the paths can change because the paths are you navigating the dating landscape.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
Yeah. Like,
goal always still has to be the same.
so like in your case, like, let me just ask you, just for insight for other people, what you learned from that experience, like your goals, you kind of, yeah, the goals, like this was the person that fit, maybe not the goals, but what you were looking for, which in turn could have been the goals. Um, and then you know, if you think all you see are red cars, then all of a sudden all these red cars are going to show up all the time. If you see all these
Yes.
features in this person, it's going to tie into the goals that you have. How did you learn to combat maybe against that for dating now? Like if you know who you want, how do you know, all right, these are the things I want. I think this person's it, but let me just slow it back so it's not like what I went through before. Is there something that you learned?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we we date and we have the relationships, and then you know you can learn things as long as you're continually learning and growing and taking that experience. Okay, what did I learn from this experience?
Sure.
So you don't repeat the bad patterns, but you know you can repeat the good patterns.
Gotcha.
Um, so for me, I've actually I've stopped dating right now. I've just put everything on hold. So my I've been married twice. My
Uh,
first ex-husband that we shared children with, he passed away
Oh, I'm
3
sorry.
months ago.
Okay.
And so I've decided, well, after he died, I just decided to, I'm just focusing on my children right now and on
Sure.
me and my career and what I'm doing. So
Okay.
I'm not really in the dating world
Okay.
as of like 3 months ago.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I would definitely make the list again and stick with the goals of
Yeah.
what I'm looking for. But
Yeah.
because I'm not looking for anything, I don't even know what
Yeah.
I would look for, but at the same time, it's like I like the friendship. I like to have the conversations. I
Sure.
like to go out. I just don't want a relationship. And so
Yeah.
that gets complicated too, because there's so many people, well, they want the relationship. Well, let's go on another date. Let's do all this. And it's like, well, but I don't want to do all that. But then it's like, okay, well, then do you just want to use the apps for the hookups and this? But even that takes work because you have to at
Yeah.
least put some work into it, right?
You do. And then not everyone's okay. So in your instance, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're well traveled, you are, and for all intents and purposes, you're a catch. So if you even get set up with just the hookups, it's gonna be hard for someone to say, hey, you're gonna have to, hey bro, slow down. Remember what we said in the beginning? Like you're gonna have to almost seems like they're going to be like trying to wipe you up as quickly as possible, and you have to fend off against that. That seems like a true defense
Yeah,
mechanism you might have to have up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't make it easy no matter what. You can be as clear cut as you want in the beginning. But if you're a catch, then, you know, shit, it's just like shit. It's like, hey, I want this. Please let me have this. I just want this casual, fun time, and
Just
you're not giving me that.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh
Or
man.
you have the ones where it's like, okay, well, let's just have a friends with benefits relationship,
Sure.
and but then you meet them after investing in trying to get to know them, and then it's like, yeah, no, I don't want this. But then you're just like,
Or, or or you have that friends with benefit, and that first benefit isn't as beneficial as you thought. You're like, wait a second, I feel
exactly,
like I'm back in high
exactly.
school. Shit, hold on. It's
Yeah.
not cold outside. Why is that as no? Okay. That was a short benefit.
Yeah. It's like it has to be mutually beneficial.
Yes. Yes. So I have a question I asked some friends this the other night, and it kind of goes to what we're saying right now. And I do you think it is easier for men to find great sex or women to find great sex?
Hmm. Well, I think that it is, I'm going to say men,
Okay.
and I'm going to say that because it depends on what your definition of great sex is.
Well, everyone's will be different. Yours will be
And
different than
yeah,
your
yeah.
your
So,
sisters, I'm sure.
but I would imagine that guys could find more great sex because I think with guys they don't always emotionalize it, and
Fair.
women tend to emotionalize it more.
Okay.
Um, and so then with that, it means that it's not going to be great until you have an emotional connection.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whereas if you can be detached emotionally and just have great sex, then that's just great sex.
Yeah. And even if you can do that, then women, you have so much more that you have to contend with a guy may not measure up the way you want him to, and or may not last as
Yeah.
long as you want him to. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
You
you have so many,
overthink it.
yeah.
You overthink it, and you just
Totally, right?
you can't go there. So if you're just wanting to hook up and just have great sex, that you can't overthink it. You can't have expectations. You just have to
Yeah,
go and have fun and know that it's going to be fun and
yeah,
a great experience.
yeah.
And but I don't think all women see it like that. And I remember reading something, and I felt like I read it like a week ago, and it was kind of about this. It was
Yeah.
why can men have detached sex and it's great? It's something along these lines. And but with women, and I don't know if it's because of the different hormones
Sure.
or different chemicals. It was something sciencey.
Okay.
But it made sense when I read it, and it's kind of along these lines of what you're saying. Why for men it seems like they could just hook up and have great sex, and then it's like, then go about their day.
Yeah.
And women, it is just too emotionalized, and it's not going to be great until you have that emotional connection, something like that. It was something I read. So I don't know, what did you and your friends decide?
So like they at first they were saying women, and I disagreed with them, but they were saying women, I think, because they were thinking more of availability, like they could probably have more access to it usually than guys do in their minds. And I was thinking, yeah, but it just may not, it just may not last long. It may not hit the right spots. It may not. But we didn't even talk about the emotional connection. We just talked about like there's just a lot more physical uh, things that women have to figure out about men than men do about women. We'll say, I guess. Like I don't know. It just doesn't seem like you know once you see if a guy is how thick or thin or lasts 45 seconds or 5 hours, just those things that you have to try to contend with, I guess. So that's why. And then a guy's expectation of great may be entirely different. Like, he just being there might be great for some guys. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's different for sure.
Yeah. I think more challenging for women, but the quest can. I'm a guy. I'm wrong fucking 90% of the time. So who knows? So
well, no, because I agree with you. I think guys should go out and have great sex, and then it's it's what it is. It might have been great for you in your head, and the other party maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, right. The other part is like, I need tacos. I need to go finish this myself.
Like,
I know.
and just it's just I need to go to bed.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
this isn't a dating story per se, but it's a really good story if you have like another 10 or 15 minutes.
I absolutely have another time. You've been wonderful to talk to. I'm happy to listen to whatever stories you got.
I completely forgot about this one. So when I was in law school, I went to law school in Michigan, and my best friend in law school was the maid of honor in a destination wedding in Jamaica.
Okay.
And so she kept forgetting to get her tickets and stuff. And so we, the destination weddings, they give you a lot of time, like 2 years or something, or a year at least. And so we're in law school, and it's coming up for her to go to the wedding, and she still doesn't have her ticket. She doesn't have her +1 and all this stuff. And I'm like, hey, Emily, I will go with you to Jamaica. And if you pay for the hotel, the resort, I'll fly us down. Because I had like hundreds of thousands of flyer miles at that time.
Oh, nice.
So I cashed in my miles, and she went to go make us reservations. And so she calls down to the resort, and the resort was completely booked. Well, she's the maid of honor in this wedding. So we have to be at this wedding. And I already bought the plane tickets.
Right.
And so she's like, okay, well, do you have a sister resort? Because I have to be at this wedding. And if a resort has a sister resort, you can go into the resort for free and use all the amenities. Otherwise, there's additional charges.
Okay.
And so we're like, the resort says, yes, we have a sister resort. And she's like, okay, well, we'll just stay there. And she's like, great, we have availability for that week. We'd love to have you here. And my friend's not asking all the right questions, but she's like, oh, we want a suite by the pool. and stuff. And so she books us this fabulous room by this pool at some resort. And then she comes back and she's like, everything's done, Stephanie. I'm like, great, we're going to Jamaica. I think we were leaving like 3 days later or something. It was very, very last minute.
Okay.
So we get down there, and the resort bus has, dropped everyone off. It drops people off at this hotel and this hotel and this hotel. And finally, it's just Emily and I were sitting in this van with this driver, and he's like, okay, girls, you can take your pants off. And we're like, what? We were freaking staying at a swingers resort. So we roll up, and there's the resort's called Hedonism III in Jamaica. It's the sister resort of the other resort that we were supposed to be staying at. And we get to the check-in, and there's a naked guy.
Oh shit.
I mean, I'm not rude, but like, I've never been to a swingers resort.
Sure.
And so, we resort back to junior high school, and like, oh my God.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
oh my God, where are we?
That's so great. That is so great. How was that weekend?
Okay, honestly, I've been to a lot of resorts, and this resort was so fun.
Yeah.
Everyone was so cool and so nice. And I'm like, let's just pretend we're the lesbian couple because it's just me and you at a swingers resort.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
But no, everyone was great. But we got our room. So it got us this nice suite, right? Upgraded by this pool.
Yeah.
So we're walking, we check in, and we're walking to our room, passing a couple other naked people walking around and just giggling.
Right.
And so we go into our room, and she goes into the bathroom, and I'm like, our room is just one giant king size bed there's just mirrors all over the place. And I'm like, what's on TV? It's like every channel is porn. We're like, where are we? So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go check out this pool, and I opened the door, and we were like 5 feet from the hot tub, and there was a gangbang going on in the hot tub. and I started screaming. I'm like, Emily, come out here and watch. And like, it was a lot.
It's so not a Disney
when
resort.
When you're not expecting it,
right? Right.
You made the reservations. We didn't know. And
fuck.
But yeah, and then in our shower, so our shower and our bathroom, there was mirrors too, and you could actually, if we looked up at a certain angle, we could see everything that was going on in the hot tub.
Oh shit! No kidding.
Like it was.
I mean, that's a hell of a place to be for some college girls. That's for sure. Holy cow! I mean, you're in law school. You're going down for a weekend getaway for a wedding, and oh my god,
we ended up at a naked resort.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun though, and actually, the whole wedding party didn't want to stay at their resort. They all came and wanted to stay at our resort.
No shit.
So we had the bachelor party, the bachelorette party, the wedding night. I slept in the same bed as the bride and the groom, and like everyone else who was sleeping, everyone passed out in our room.
That's awesome.
But it was just fun. They had the club, and so every night was a theme, and you had to be dressed in the theme to get into the club. Okay. And when you go at like vanilla resorts, resorts, they everyone goes to bed like at 9 o'clock. No one's in the dance clubs.
Yeah.
But here the party was just starting at like 10 o'clock, and it would go to like 6 or 7 in the morning, and you had to be dressed up to be, whether it was lingerie night or this night or that.
Right.
And then they had this this clear water slide. It was called the nude tube that went through the dance club and around. And you had to be naked to go on it.
No shit. Oh, it sounds like Miami and Jamaica. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun. I totally forgot about this story.
I was gonna say, once you got over the oh my god, this is a swingers place, and kind of just let go of your inhibitions, you had to have the best time.
Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun.
That's
awesome. It's swingers. They were very respectful and kind. Like, no one was trying. I mean, there was one guy he was kind of creepy. He would follow us around. He was some guy from Italy. We called him Milan, and he would. He was probably the only creepy person there.
Really,
but everyone.
And I bet everybody thought he was creepy. Everybody there probably knew who the guy was now. Said, "Oh, there's the creepy guy." I could totally see that. Totally.
Yeah, but no, it was so fun, and I totally forgot about that.
I love that.
So I don't know what it has to do.
No, it's all right. It didn't have anything to do with it. You know what it has to do with it? Because this whole thing is about living your best life, and that sounds like that's exactly what you guys did when you were there. Is you were living your best life and having a great fucking time.
Yeah,
it was the perfect spot for the bachelor and bachelorette party. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, they must have ate that up. Damn.
Oh, it was so fun. Like, no one wanted to go back to the other resort. Everyone wanted to stay at our resort.
I could totally see that. Oh my God, thank you for sharing that with me. Well, fuck, actually, thanks for just sharing you with me, just being on and sharing just your just everything you've been through, just the stuff, your travels, just the fucking. I know that drive. I did LA to Miami was the drive that I did. So I kind of know your Florida. Yeah, your Florida to San Diego. I don't know about going all the way north back up to Oregon. That's really that's especially with the kids. That's a hell of a drive. So good on you for rolling through that. Shit, but you're the best.
It was fun.
You are the best, girl. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun. I needed some good laughs after some heavy talks.
Thank you for being along for the ride on the Swipe Wrong podcast. The show is produced by Jay Pelham. He is the author of The Musician's Playbook. We are everyday people like you and me, telling everyday stories of the swipe right life. You want to reach out to us, we want to hear your story. 317-426-6616. Make sure to text, leave a voicemail, we'll get back to you. Shoot us an email at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. We are on Facebook, Insta, Twitter, YouTube. We are definitely out there. I am the host of the show. My name is Koss. And please make sure to take a listen to us next week because the saga, it continues.
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong.